The truck is coming at 8 this morning. He just called me. Huh? So, and he asked if you guys have 3-phase. That's what they really want.
Shit, we got plenty of 3-phase. We got 3-phase. Taps and non-taps either way. They are... Let's see. So there's a high bid on the regular, but Sullivan's a high bid on the taps, so we can send taps if you want.
Send whatever.
We haven't heard from Solomon, so.
Send whatever you want. It's really up to you guys. Just get them out of there. I don't really care. Alright, and then,
or would you rather, well, I guess you're going to be gone, so you don't really care. But I was just saying, for the numbers, would you rather wait for next year to get a big, you know, as far as like numbers go, money goes, to start on the year off?
What the hell did you just say, Mike?
Well, we have some big taps for 3-phase out there. Or get rid of it at the end of the year, even though we're already above our goal. Exceeded our goal.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You guys will do a lot next year anyway, so the list will be coming out next week.
Yeah.
So you can always wait on that, or you can.
Alright, well, we'll just figure it out. So you just want us to do some 3-phase then?
Yeah, I would just do
That's what they want?
Yeah, I would just do 3-phase. That way it's faster too. Yeah. But I do care. I'm still your manager for a while.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'll be in shortly. I just need to get these in the smoker. It only takes a couple hours. I think it's 3 hours to do, so I'll throw them in there. I'm going to my son's musical program first, and then I'll be in. Yeah.
Jackson?
Yeah, he's singing this morning. It's in there. I know what I'm doing.
Is he in like 4th or 5th?
Jackson is in 3rd. He's just big as shit is all. He's 6 feet tall already, so. But yeah, I guess get that done. He said he'll be there shortly, so just get that done, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
Jones wants to throw to start things out.
Okay.
He's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Does he sleep?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing Jones. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for a little welcome that time. And he'll bring up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Jones throw taken in by Thornton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith. He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Yellow. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, Jones. Right side, Thornton with it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. Off the play fake. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, it's Kelsey on the ground. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Operating from the gun, Jones. Back to the same target, Campbell. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He had already had an interception earlier. Now Charles, he says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back for the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They go play fake. Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
But he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing Jones. On the out route, he's got Thornton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 19-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Jones. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 60 yards. And the Chiefs look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jones to throw on third down. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 25 yards that time.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Again, Edwards-Helaire. And this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he gets this to Thornton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the